Today we're going to be looking at the Speedlite accessory kit from Falcon eyes. Well, we've got it all out. It's great fun. Lots of things to look at. This is the main clamp, the universal clamp that the flash will fit into. So as we turn that, we close the clamps and it will fit any normal, let's say normal flash. So we'll just screw that up nice and tight. So you see how that fits in there. Now all the accessories fit on. For example, we've got a snoot and the snoot will just go in, turn and fits perfectly. The snoot comes with two different honeycombs of different sizes. I don't know where the other one's gone. Oh, there it is. Of two different sizes. So they just fit on and that's your snoot. We've got a nice little switch. Just push that down and off they pop. Let's have a look at the beauty dish. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning. Just get that on correctly. You have to find out where all the bits go. Hang on a second. There we go. So that fits on like that. Now I was a bit skeptical, but now I've seen it, it's quite fun because there is a transparent head you can screw in there. Just take 3 screws out and replace that. But there's also, and I love this one, there's a gold reflector you can put in there. Now I think that is wonderful for the price. We've got our barn doors. Now, again, that will go in like that. So we've got our barn doors and these just open and close like standard barn doors. So those will be very, very useful as well. We'll move on to, is basically, find some light behind it, there we go, which is basically a honeycomb that just fits in front. Fine, I mean I think that would be very useful as well. This is going to be a useful little kit. Oh, I forgot to mention, on the beauty dish we also have a honeycomb. That's going to be useful. Now we've got some things here that I'm really not sure about at all. I think they might end up in the dustbin. And they are just coloured bits of plastic that we stick over. And that'll just give a colour piece light. They have to be looked at and seen whether they're worth keeping. But I'm sure this will be. It's a diffuser. Now the diffuser fits on there very nicely. We've got, and this I find amazing, a beauty dish. No, it's not. It's a soft box. We've got a soft box and that'll fit on. And we'll add the globe. Now I'm wondering what this will do. I presume that one uses it like that and it will give a nice light around us. Well, that's the kit. Now I'm wondering now, well I know I'm not wondering, what we will do is see what each one does. Well, we're going to start with the softbox on the flash. Very simply, like that. I just want to see the shadow and how soft this light is. We'll have a look. Yeah, a bit light. We'll take a darker one so we really see the shadow. And go there. Wow, now I think that's an incredibly soft light. Just one shadow, which is nice. I'll explain what I mean later. I think that's superb. Now I've got the barn doors on and I've closed them down a little. I'll show you what they do. Well, in the end I thought I'll show you 4 pictures. We played around with it for a couple of minutes. It's very good, but the problem is it's so difficult to see what it's doing because it makes a big difference on what zoom the flash is on. So it's a question of trial and error all the time. I've got the beauty dish on now, so we'll see what that does. So let's have a quick look. Now, that's quite an even light, but now you see what I mean about the double shadow. To the right of the camera you can see 2 different levels of shadow, and that's caused by the reflector, by the light bouncing off one side or the other. But other than that, it's a nice even light. slides on nicely. Wow, ooh, that does change things. I'll just move it around a fraction and do another shot. That's quite interesting. This, of course, also needs a lot of trial and error to get it right. You could play around for a long time. I've moved actually the lighting closer to get this effect. If not, it would have just looked white both sides. So this is comparatively close. Now I've had a bit of a problem. We have a problem with these screws. I can't get them off. So what that means is that I can't use these two things. I can't get them off because the actual slit in the screws is too small. Now the biggest problem, as I said, the screwdriver, you see what it does? It just opens and closes the screw. The screw's not of a good enough quality to be able to get this off without breaking it. So I think that's going to be a no-no unless I break it off. I break the screws, take it off and find a new way of putting the screws on. But that's the only thing I found with this set, which is a bit of a shame. Now last but not least is the bathroom light. I've got great hopes for this. Well, have a look. Very soft, very nice, very even. Really like it. This gives a light that looks very similar to the softbox, but in fact it gives a much more even light over a bigger distance. I think it's good fun, and it would be very good, I think, if you're in a room with lots of people. It would light the room give a much more general light. Well, what do I think? Actually, I think it's quite a good buy, all in all. This, the bit that fits on the flash, very good. Okay, it's plastic, but it seems very solid. One thing with this is you're going to have to buy, if you want to use more than one of these at a time on two different flashes, you're going to have to buy an extra one of those. Now, I presume they're available. It's certainly in the book as an accessory, so I presume it is available. So that's good quality and works. What about, what about barn doors? Not really fantastic. They're too close to the flash to actually get a nice slit of light, so I wouldn't do it like that. I would use these mainly for cutting light off a ceiling, that you don't want bouncing back again, or stopping light hitting the lens. Very useful for that. What about the snoot? Well, I think the snoot's great. I'd like to see this a bit smaller, but I suppose anyone could make something to make it a little smaller, because that would allow you to get a nice point. It's good quality. I can't see that's breaking. Metal. Okay, the edge is plastic, but as long as you don't throw it around. The honeycomb's great. They fit on nicely. So I would give that 10 out of 10. What else? We've got our toilet light. I call it that because I used to have one of those in my toilet. Very good. I found that was absolutely amazing. Gave a very even, nice light, a nice shadow. Might look a bit silly going out with that at a wedding or anything, but on the other hand, it gave a nice light. And after all, we're not trying to pretend we've got nice cameras, and we're not there trying to show off, are we? Anyway, that's my decision about it all. If you want one, it's available on the website. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're into still life, don't forget my still life DVD. Quite advanced, so make sure you're really into still life. If not, I'll see you soon. Bye.